Hello everybody, how are you? It's time for another episode of Lyrics Explained. Now, that's where I use my 12 years in the graduate program at the University of Winnipeg in Canada in lyrics appreciation to explain the lyrics or the context of the meaning behind your favorite songs so that you can enjoy them even more. And this is going to be a fun one, guys. It's MGK. He's back. Machine Gun Kelly, and it's the new album, Tickets to My Downfall. Now, you also have a huge name in tandem with MGK on this album, Travis Barker, the drummer for Blink-182, and so many other projects. And so you may know MGK by some of his monster hits like Rap Devil when he was rapping. But this album is a throwback to the pop punk glory days of the 2000s and in that general area when pop punk ruled the airwaves. In fact, this album may be better than most of the pop punk albums of that era. It's that good. So guys, let's just jump right into it. We're going to go track by track, and I'm going to explain what these songs are all about so that, of course, you can enjoy them even more. Number one is the title track, Tickets to My Downfall. Now, what's this all about? This is a really fun song about his annual snowboard festival, where all of the snowboard experts and fans come out to some of the mountains around Cleveland, and they snowboard, Cleveland being where he's from. And of course, when we say MGK, we're really talking about Colson. Colson is his real name. And Colson has a snowboard festival in several mountains in the mountainous region surrounding Cleveland. And they also have a music festival. The funny thing is that Colson himself is horrible at snowboarding, and it's the funniest time of the entire festival, 5-day festival of music and skiing and snowboarding, and every year he falls in a spectacular fashion, and the place goes crazy, and that's why they named this song Tickets to My Downfall. It's named after that phenomenal event. Another starring role for MGK. So this song, Kiss Kiss, is a tribute to one of his favorite bands, Kiss. And the reason for the double kiss, as in Kiss Kiss, it refers to a project that he came up with. Being a creative genius, they were going to create an album called Kiss Kiss, and every song would be similar to that format, that each song would be a cover of a Kiss hit, but done twice. So, for example, Strutter would be Strutter, Strutter. I Want to Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day would be I Want to Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day. I Want to Rock and Roll All Night and Party Every Day, which is a lot of rocking and rolling and partying. Number three is Drunk Face. Now, this song talks about being drunk in love. And we all know that lovey-dovey face you make when you're in love. You're kind of googly-eyed, and you're all flush up here, and you can't think straight. I mean, you can't even eat. I'm talking about when you're getting them butterflies in here, that say that you're in love. Well, you also have a crazy face. Now, you don't realize it. You think you're being normal, just walking around the office like everything's fine, but you got a big grin on your face because, woo, you're in love. And that's what he's calling drunk face, because you, my friend, are drunk in love, and everybody else knows it, and they can see it. Number 4 on the track list is Bloody Valentine, and this goes back to his childhood. Now, I don't know if you folks did this when you were younger, but a lot of kids, when they're younger, they write little valentines to each other. I like you, and it's a heart, and they cut it out. And I'm talking about a real young age. Well, he did that to a young woman, a young girl in his class. He must have been in 3rd or 4th grade, 5th grade maybe. I like you. And he was starting to give the Valentine to the intended when his girlfriend caught him and whack, knocked that Valentine out of his hand. It fell to the ground. He dove to get it. His current girlfriend dove to get it, and the intended girl also dove to get it, and bang! They hit the floor all at the same time. There was blood everywhere, guys. Number 5 on the track list is Forget Me Too. Now, this is featuring Halsey, and he's trying to tell Halsey's character in this song, you gotta forget me too. You gotta forget me. I've moved on. He's 6 girlfriends down the line, and Halsey is still driving by his condo in Cleveland, looking up at the window, parking the car in the middle of an Ohio winter, and getting out and throwing ice balls at the window. And he's saying, you gotta forget. He's saying to her, I know you've had other boyfriends that you forgot because they were losers and you moved on. Well, you gotta forget me too. Guys, the next song is number 6, track 6, All I Know, featuring Trippie Redd. And this goes back also to his public education in Cleveland and taking a test and turning it in, and half the questions are unanswered. And the teacher says, hey, Colson, there's 45 minutes left that you can fill in this test, and you've left half of the questions blank. I mean, I know you're going to be a big rock star, but do you want to just take a chance and go ahead and fill these in? And he's saying, hey, teach, what I wrote there is all I know. Now, number 7 on the track list is Lonely. I don't know about you, but have you ever taken a road trip and after a while, the excitement of being on the road kind of wears off? Now, picture yourself as MGK, one of the biggest rock stars in the world. Well, it gets lonely out on the road, guys. I don't know if airports to buses to rock show to airports to hotel to buses to rock show. Well, sure, there's a bevy of people that want to meet you and be with you, but really, it's hard to be on the road, and every big show business person knows it. So in this case, the song talks about he deals with the loneliness by getting on the phone and calling his aunt back in Cleveland. Now, number 8 on the track list is WW3. WW3 is talking about the World Wide Web. Three W's. Okay? Now, it's WW3. So what he's saying is there's 3 W's, even though it's WW3. Even in the title, there's 2 W's, but then you got the 3, so now it's WW3. And you could go WW3. And in the crowd, a lot of times the fans are like, WW3. Now, number 8 is Kevin and the Barracuda. Kevin, one of his beloved roadies. And this talks about a show in his hometown. They came back after a long tour to the throngs that love him in Cleveland, and they played down in the Flats. Now, if you don't know the Flats, it's right down on the water of Lake Erie. And one of the roadies, Kevin, this beloved roadie, was carrying a speaker along with another roadie. They lost their balance and they fell into the water. Now, the other roadie was able to climb to safety. That speaker was gone. Write that off on the taxes, Colson, okay? But Kevin, unfortunately, was the victim of a subsequent Barracuda attack. Barracudas are very common in Lake Erie. Now, number 10 is Concert for Aliens. Now, when you get to be the level of a star like MGK, you start getting calls from some very unique individuals. And one of them was the head of NASA. He wanted to know if Colson could play a song that they were going to send out into space as a way to try to communicate with aliens in other galaxies. And so Colson, thinking bigger than most people, he has that kind of creative mind, said, why don't we have an entire concert for aliens? And you guys can broadcast it to galaxies beyond, and even though they may not even receive the transmission for 5 or 6 billion years, that music will be available to them to enjoy just like we are here today on Earth. Unbelievable. Now, number 11 is My Ex's Best Friend, featuring Black Bear. Talks about when he broke up with his girlfriend and then started dating her best friend. And you might say, well, the ex probably put the ixnay on that, but no. she was into it, because the thing about an intense creative person like Colson, not everybody can handle it. And the original girlfriend had kind of had enough of him, because the guy's intense. He's really talented, but sometimes people like that are hard to beat around for a long period of time. So the original girlfriend said, you know what, here's the handoff. And it wasn't a dropped handoff like in a Cleveland Browns game. It was a clean handoff to the ex's best friend. And she said, okay, you got him now, but don't call me. It was like those Vegas dealers. They do that and they say, well, I'm out. Number 12 is Jawbreaker. When you have the energy of a performer like MGK, you are all over that stage, guys. And sometimes you have an accident. And one night, Travis hit the cymbals, but he went a little too far, and one of the drumsticks hit his snare and flew forward just as Colson was turning his head to point at the crowd in the upper deck. Bang! That drumstick hit him so hard it broke his jaw, and he had to finish the rest of that tour with a wire jaw. They wired his jaw shut, but he performed in 25 more cities with no problem. This also shows you the kind of commitment to excellence that this performer has, and we appreciate you for that, MGK. Now, number 13 on the track list is Nothing Inside. How many times have you gone through your life and you try to give your all? You're trying to achieve your goals. You give everything. You leave nothing on the table. You put it all out on the field. You have nothing inside, and you still get shut down. You still get denied. You still don't get the job. You still don't get the girl. You still don't get the thing that you're going for, which is the most frustrating part of trying to get ahead in life. But you have to pick yourself up, because if you can look up, you can get up. And once you try again and again and again and again, eventually you're going to break through that wall. And that's what the song Nothing Inside is all about. Now, number 14, Banyan Tree, talks about a banyan tree that was on the little space there between the street and the sidewalk in his childhood home. So it would snow in Cleveland, and his dad would say, get out there and shovel the walk, Colson, shovel the snow so I can pull the Ford out of the garage and I don't got to wade through 18 inches of snow. Well, he would take that snow and shovel it, and then after enough snow shoveled off of that walk, the banyan tree branches that in the summer are very high and very difficult to get to, now after Colson shoveling snow for a Cleveland winter, it piled up and allowed him to reach the branches. It's a metaphor, guys. It's a metaphor that you need a little boost sometimes to reach your goals, to improve your reach. And then that's what Banyan Tree is all about. And number 15, Play This When I'm Gone. He's talking about the board game Risk. He doesn't want you to be playing that board game Risk when he's in the house. It takes too long. It's not good for somebody with a short attention span like a rock star, and he doesn't have the time. He's busy preparing for a tour. He's busy unpacking from a tour. He's busy writing songs, performing songs, and he needs to get some sleep. He doesn't have time to play Risk with you. He doesn't have time to play Uno or any of these other board games. Guys, this is a top-level rock star. So he's saying, play this when I'm gone. You can't be a big rapper and pop punker without some snoozing, without some Z's. Well, guys, that is it. That's all 15 core tracks of the new hit album, Tickets to My Downfall, by Colson, also known as MGK, or more formally, Machine Gun Kelly, one of the most exciting performers in the music business today. If you enjoyed that, come on back. We're going to have so much more fun, so much more music to talk about as I break down your favorite songs so that you can enjoy them even more. And I'll see you then.